And welcome back to the Unfiltered Podcast. As always, my name is the Keb.
And I'm Jay Jones. How you doing, fuckers?
St. Joe in the hizzy.
Yeah.
And we are glad to be back live for you this week. Sorry we had to take a little last week off, but it was the... Did you guys enjoy the Midsummer Classic, the All-Star game, MLB All-Star game?
Didn't watch it.
I watched a little of it. I didn't watch it like you did. I wasn't tuned in an hour before and an hour after, but I did watch
2 hours. 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours
before. Yeah, I figured you'd be on
Yeah.
pins and needles waiting for that.
Yeah. Well, they had everybody mic'd up. It was pretty cool.
I do think that it is cool that they mic people. They do different things for the game, which is I would love to see in regular games, but it's probably a nightmare for TV companies, networks to have to worry about the language they might hear. What in the name of...
What are you killing over there,
right.
St. Joe?
What are
I
you
think the
thumping
boy.
on?
I think the boy came in to check there, but that's all good.
Oh, wow.
He's like, shut up.
He's not. He's feeling worse than Jay with the dirty Rona, so it's all good.
That Rona is some bullshit. Yeah, it's still it still got me. I did test negative.
Okay,
but
that's good.
Yeah, I still feel like it. Still don't feel like 100%, but I'm better. So I mean, hey, it is what it is. But I tell you what, when you're not feeling well, I mean, I can sometimes be kind of an asshole, as most people probably can recognize. But my fuse is a little bit shorter when I'm not feeling well. I'm kind of like a cat backed into a corner. I mean, I don't feel good. I don't have time. I have less time for people's bullshit, and so it's probably good that I got some days off work because I mean, it's the fuse is shorter. But it led me to believe that the stuff I was wanting to talk about this week. If you guys don't mind, I'll just go ahead and jump on into this shit.
Fire away.
Go fire away.
So I know that you guys have talked about some of this kind of stuff before, but it had me thinking about things that for some, for no real good reason, piss me off. And since I've not been feeling well, I was thinking, what are these things that really piss me off for no good reason? And I was just going to see if maybe you guys felt the same way. So,
well, I think St. Joe will attest that basically everything pisses me off.
Good. I'm glad to have some co-conspirators with this. So,
I lead a very unhappy life.
Yeah, can I tell you one thing that's pissed me off right now is Kev clicking on that fucking pen or whatever he has on the radio right now.
Yes, and you know what's funny?
That's really pissing me off.
That I'm not kidding. Somebody told me last week when they listened to my show, because Kev was on my show, that they heard
every time
throughout the thing, and now I know what it is. So Kev, put your fucking potato bag chip clip away.
It's not. It's one of these things that looks like
I know what it is
from Star Wars.
I use it for paper bags. I use it to clip my potato chips.
I need a fucking fidget spinner. That's what I need.
I have one.
Put your hand in your pocket and play with your balls and stop playing with the potato chip clip.
Yeah, play with your dick like a real man.
That's right. God damn. So that goes on the list. Fucking Kevin is fucking fidget.
Sorry, Jay. Sure.
That's all right.
It was going to drive me nuts the whole show.
I didn't know what
I'm
it was.
just going to sit over here in the corner and try to keep my hands to myself.
I heard that thing from the beginning, and I'm like, if that fucker hits it one more time.
Well, I'm glad we figured it out.
I'm gonna wait
better
till
than Beebs chewing on his ice.
Start fucking with it.
It's like Beebs chewing on his ice and this Virgin Mary.
That is nowhere near as bad as him chewing on his damn ice, Or if you go and you listen back to St. Joe and the Latin Lover, his damn chair that squeaked.
Oh, yeah. I gave him shit on that for a couple weeks, too.
Nowhere near as bad as the ice. You could hear the ice for like 5 episodes.
Yep.
And then the chair squeaking back and forth, nowhere near as bad.
Yeah.
as that.
Yeah.
I don't even realize that I'm doing it. I'm glad you said something. You didn't have to fucking make fun of me. You could have said something before we hit fucking record, dickhead.
No,
But
it's better this way. Much better this way.
yeah, for you, yeah.
Oh no!
I'm
Now
gonna
people
get
that are
it.
listening know what the hell it was. They're like, I
Yeah.
thought I had some weird audio. I went back and listened to it, and I heard the click, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, what the hilarious thing is I'm listening to the Two Penny on Friday, and I'm going, what the fuck is that?
Oh, we should have left it in for the editing, Jay, because he would have been, what's that weird click?
What
That
is
would have
that
been,
thing? I got hit noise reduction on this
oh
shit.
my god!
Anyway, all right, Jay, here you go. Things that annoy Jay.
Is your own stupidity fucking your own ignorance? Yes, it is. So it leads to one of my things on here is super loud people for no fucking reason.
Oh my
And
God.
Seriously.
There is, so I'm sitting at work today because I've gone back to work now because, well, I guess since I'm not positive and it's been more than the 5-10 days or whatever, they send me back. So anyway, I'm not really talking to people. I kind of sit at my desk and I try to not talk to people if I don't have to. So, but a guy comes in and he's talking to one of the salespeople on the floor and they're sitting there talking, and this guy is just fucking beyond loud. He's a Haitian brother, so he has a cool accent, which I'm down with. But this guy is just, if we're talking right now, and let's say we're at a 5, this is a 5 volume. This motherfucker's at a 20, and I'm not kidding. And he doesn't even know it. And I mean, it's so much that I get up and I'm like, hey. I'm like, you don't have to yell, brother. We can hear you. We're indoors. There's no construction zone. There's no planes flying over. I can hear you. We're not outside. I can hear you just fine. I can hear you, and I'm not even talking to you. And I'm thinking, I'm hoping he had some kind of excuse, like he was hard of hearing or something. No, he says, "Oh, I'm loud, brother. I'm loud. I'm so loud. I'm proud. I'm loud." I'm like, well, stop it. I don't like people that are just loud for no fucking reason.
Right.
Another thing, when I was thinking about it, people who stand up in fucking airplanes to deboard as soon as it fucking stops, and they tell you, they haven't opened the fucking thing yet. I just don't understand. Where are you fucking people going?
Mm-hmm.
All you're doing, I get it. You want to stand up after you've been sitting down for a while. I understand that point. But these people stand up, they start trying to get everything out of the overhead bins. It's as bad as the people that are in a rush to get on the plane when you have assigned seats. Why do you want to go sit on that fucking thing when it's assigned to you already?
I haven't flown in a while, but isn't there an etiquette to getting off the plane? Don't you wait for the row in front of you, and then they go, and then I mean, isn't there an etiquette around the plane? Then you get into the aisle, you box out the people that are behind you. Grandma trying to get by because she thinks she's old, so she can go first. You elbow her in the fucking forehead.
Yeah, Grandma might be ready to shit her pants. I'm going to let her go.
Okay.
I mean, but it just doesn't make. It's one thing when the door's open and people are walking out, but everybody just standing up for no fucking reason. And
well, that's one thing that pisses me off is the old people that think they've earned the right to go first. You ain't earned shit. The only thing you've earned to go first is in death, motherfucker.
Okay, well, that's that is true. They have earned that right. They're probably going to make it there before you do. Well, they might not. I mean, they.
Well, if they keep fucking with me, they gonna make roll call.
Another thing is
they keep driving.
People that don't say thank you to service employees, and what I mean by service employees is people that are rendering services for you. Granted, you're paying for it, but at the same time, a little thank you goes a long ways with bartenders, waitresses, strippers, stuff like that. I just never get it.
Can I say something real quick?
You can always say something. You're going to anyway. I don't know why you asked.
One thing that irritates me about the service people is when you call them waiters. or waitresses.
Mhm.
The proper term is server.
Servers.
Yes.
And
I'm pretty sure for strippers, it's exotic dancer.
yeah, it could be. I don't.
I'm just kidding. I don't know those. I've never been in a strip club.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm married. I'm a
Gentlemen's
Christian
club.
guy.
yeah, it's an
Yeah.
adult daycare, by the way, and it's they have wonderful caretakers, and I saw this today. I was driving down the road, and I noticed a guy take a nice big drag on his fucking cigarette and flick that motherfucker out the window like he owns the fucking earth. And while I may not be a tree hugging fucking piece of shit or a flat earth Dave, fuck that motherfucker, I still think it's one of the most disgusting fucking things to see somebody toss their fucking cigarette butts or any trash at that matter on the fucking ground, especially cigarettes. It's like they think they're just going to go away. And I'd never.
Where should you put them?
I don't care. Whatever receptacle you can, put them in a fucking pop can and throw the fuck. I don't care. There's no throw it on the fucking streets and flick it out like it's meant to be on the fucking road. There's some states that have laws against that shit, and I'm all for it.
Florida didn't have laws.
No, Florida is the fucking wasteland.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, there's no fucking laws in Florida. But people that so if you're a fucking cigarette smoking piece of shit, first of all, you smell bad. And you're making your clothes smell bad and everybody around you smell bad. So stop smoking cigarettes. It's disgusting.
No.
Yes.
No.
Stop it.
No.
Yes, you heard me. And nobody likes it, Kev. Nobody likes it.
I don't give a shit.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
No, he really doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
I really don't.
But I got a question. Kev, do you flick those fuckers out your car when you're driving down the road?
No, I refrain from inside my car and inside my house and around my kids, and basically it's when I drink.
All right. So if you put them out in either an ashtray
and
or a place that's supposed to go out, right?
When I can, or dispose of the cherry and put them in a trash receptacle. But I'm not going to say I've never put one out on the ground.
Sure.
Because I've been a participator since I was 17. So it's 30 years for people that are counting.
Fucking degenerate. You are a degenerate.
I'm sure you have a vice too that we could call you a fucking degenerate on. So.
No.
Yeah. Tobacco, some form of tobacco in that cup. That's not disgusting or anything.
I'm drinking. This is water in this cup.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I may or may not enjoy some forms of drugs. Anyway.
Yeah.
People that don't put their fucking grocery carts away, I want to fucking stab you. I want to fucking kill you.
You can tell a lot about somebody by where they put the grocery cart.
Yeah.
We've
been over that one.
Oh, you have? I mean, I'm sure you have.
It's good though.
But it's fucking, it drives me nuts. And I went to the grocery store.
Beebs just leaves it wherever. He just puts it in the grass.
No, he does.
Oh yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, he's not a.
I was getting ready to fucking say, get that motherfucker on here so I can cuss him out.
Oh, he's what's that guy that goes around Cartnark or Cart?
Dude, that dude is one of the best
hilarious.
YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Jay, if you haven't watched Cartnark, you have to watch Cart. These people get fight mad, like want to fight him.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Because he's following him around with a camera, going, "Hey, where are you gonna put that cart? I'm the Cartnark."
Yep, it's hilarious.
It's insane to me. I mean, how they have all these bins and areas for you to put them away so you don't even have to walk it back inside. It's just people are fucking lazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And here's my last one that I was thinking of that really kind of pisses me off is we're all sports fans and we enjoy celebrity talk and all that stuff. And that's fine. But Kev, being on sports radio, has probably experienced this a lot. More so than myself or you, St. Joe, I'm sure. But people that get fucking angry and they're fucking mad and they are fucking just spitting I mean, they are so angry about their sports team or a celebrity happening when none of this stuff, unless I guess maybe you're gambling or you work for that team, has any effect on your fucking life in any way whatsoever, whether it be sports or whether it be a celebrity feud. Who gives a fuck who Angelina Jolie fucked or didn't fuck and had blood around her neck? And if the fucking, if the Texas Rangers, uh, lose a fucking game to the White Sox, I mean, who gives a fuck? At the end of you could be a fan and that's okay, but these people get fucking screaming mad. You don't play for that fucking team, and you're not friends with that fucking celebrity. You don't have to defend them. You don't have to praise them. It's, I don't know. I find it insane. There was a guy that was just going off on the, I don't know, ESPN radio or something, and he was just, he was pissed at like some baseball manager about the calls and the moves he was making. It's like, he's there for a reason. You're a fucking fan, probably for a reason.
Well, in that aspect, you have to understand that the people get hired that they know more about the sport than you do. Let me ask you this though, because I don't call it getting mad. I call it being passionate and a passionate fan. When you play golf, do you get mad when you hit a bad shot?
Do I? When I'm participating in it, when I'm actually facilitating the swing, yes, because I'm part of it. But it's right. I don't get mad and angry. No. Will I be like fuck or shit or god damn it? Yes, but I'm not. I'm not getting anywhere near on the level of being angry or mad.
Yeah, because when you're at a sporting event, in my opinion, when you're at a sporting event, you're part of that event. You might not be playing the sport, but you're part of the event.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing
and
wrong
you can't
with
tell me
cheering.
a crowd doesn't have some impact on the game.
Of course it does.
There are big time home field advantages.
But I think that's swinging it towards something that I'm not really talking about. Obviously, cheering and rooting and being passionate about stuff is different than being angry. I'm passionate about making money. I'm passionate about my daughter having a good life. I'm passionate about a lot of things, but I'm not angry or mad or screaming at a sports team because they didn't make the move that I think that they should have.
Making a move is one thing, not winning a game is another.
I paid to go to the game, so I'm enjoying it and screaming and happy and cheering them on and booing and all that stuff. But I'm not ranting and raving and screaming at fucking, not John Madden, but give me a head coach. I don't even know a head coach. I'm not yelling at
Sean McVay,
Doug Peterson, Sean McVay.
Perfect. I'm not screaming at these fucking guys if they make some kind of weird call. But I guess I don't understand that. Some people, I guess, are just, if you want to use the word passionate, they're more passionate than I am. And I just think it's a little ridiculous that they're letting it interfere with their lives and raising their blood pressure so much. But I just think it's a little beyond fans when they go to the point of screaming.
I've been accused of that.
And when some of these people get death threats and stuff, remember, what was it? What did Mark Sanchez, when he had the butt fumble and stuff, he got some death threats and stuff from people. It's like, how that's beyond.
Okay. Those are New Yorkers. Those are not real people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I get what you're saying, but
like I said, it's things that bother me. Obviously, they don't bother Keb. Keb likes it. He's passionate. He's passionate about his 2021 World Series champion Atlanta Braves.
I don't know that I get angry, though. I do get irritated. Is that the same thing?
I don't.
It's not going to
you can get irritated. It's not affecting your day, is it?
Right. But not so much. But I'll get irritated with losing or whatever. But it's not gonna. The beautiful thing about baseball is you lose one, you play again, the very next day.
That's true.
Now, I think I'm different because I'm used to losing because I'm a Jag fan. You know what I'm saying? So, you can't disappoint me anymore than, when you're a Jags fan, you kind of, back me up, St. Joe. You kind of expect to lose.
I mean,
I got a question for you since you're a Jag fan. Tell me, what are you a fan of?
Football.
Well, I follow the team I follow the NFL, the NFL franchise that is in the city that I was born in.
Okay. So you're a fan because you're a hometowner, a home teamer.
Yeah, I mean, a lot, including me, until we got the Jags. I mean, I watched the NFL, but I didn't really have a team. I kind of rooted for Atlanta,
Okay.
but I wasn't really big into it until we got a team here.
Yeah.
And then I got really big into it, and I think at first I wanted to see the teams that the Jags were going to play, but through it all, we were good. When we
Initially,
started, we were good. Yeah.
And I'm not beyond calling myself somewhat of a hypocrite by saying this stuff with sports and celebrities and stuff, because Flat Earth Dave never did shit to me on a personal level. He doesn't fucking know me. He's just an idiot that doesn't understand that the earth is not a flat. And, but, he did piss me off. I let him piss me off. So I guess I can't really say anything. But I also had a question for you. This has nothing to pertain with what we were just talking about, but do either one of you guys know anybody that talks in their sleep?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. My son does, actually.
Like full conversations where you can understand what they're talking about, and you're like, "Whoa, where's the baloney man coming from?" I mean, it's
no. My son says numbers in his sleep, and we try to catch him doing it so we can write him down and then play him in the lottery the next day.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a true story. Oh, he's doing it again. Get the pad of paper.
Yeah, I mean, I've had like not conversations, but there's been phrases and things of sort.
And things.
And then you would wake up and say, "What were you dreaming about last night?" And you'd be like, "Oh, whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, because you yelled out
I can't remember
this."
my dreams. I've never been able to remember my dreams.
Do you have a recurring one?
No, not that I know of. If I do, I don't know it.
Yeah, I have a recurring one.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah.
What's her name? Martika?
No. Oh, Martika. No. No, it's it happens every so often and comes in recurring. And it's the same same place, same thing, spaces, everything. And
wow.
it usually is involving a fight. And right before the person in the face is about ready to get beat up, I wake up. It's always right before the end of it, and
you need to find this person and beat them up.
Yeah, it's very intense, and then wake up. Yeah.
So here's something freaky about dreams. I read a book about 10 years ago about. Do you guys know what lucid dreaming is?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about where you're dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of Inception type shit.
Mm-hmm.
But on a real level.
Yeah.
And it teaches you kind of how to do it. And I'm not saying I can do it all the time, but I have done it before, and it's pretty cool. And I will tell you this: each and every time that I know that I'm dreaming and I'm in it, a lightsaber appears.
Interesting.
Each and every time a lightsaber appears.
Interesting.
Motherfucker.
Well, Star Wars shit. Well, this goes back to Star Wars.
Yeah, he's part of the Star Wars.
It's ingrained
universe.
Yeah,
but wow, that's cool. I don't have any dreams that I remember, but I heard people can get lucid dreams off of like NyQuil and stuff. Obviously, drug induced.
I'm sure there's
you got to be
inhibit it.
You have to be in you're almost in that daze to where you're in between sleep and awake.
Yeah,
that kind of portion to where hey, I may be awake, but I also may be dreaming. And then you try to pinch yourself or whatever.
I know I've woken up from a dream and tried to go back to sleep and get back into the dream.
No, I do that all the time.
I don't think I've ever made it, but
lucid dreams happen to me when I'm driving. Oh shit.
You're you're the asshole in front of me with
Yeah.
your hazards
Oh,
on.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
I don't. It's not that I don't know how to drive, so I'm just dreaming, dog.
yeah. Oh,
I'm
damn.
just dreaming.
Oh.
Yeah, my
Nice.
son got a fun lesson in driving with dad in the middle of downtown Atlanta.
Oh, God. That had to be
Yeah,
fun.
it was beautiful. Oh yeah,
He learned a whole new vocabulary.
and sign
Oh,
language
I'm
too.
sure. I'm sure.
Sign language too. Yes.
Yeah. I
Not telling people they're number one, pointing to where they need to be.
oh, yeah.
You should be over there.
I have some of that too. We'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I just hope that before long I will start feeling better, and then I can get back to being just a regular asshole instead of a super COVID asshole.
Well, that's what it does to
It
you.
takes it out of you, though, man.
It,
I mean, I think St. Joe, didn't you have it? You had it pretty early on, didn't you?
yeah, I had it, and I mean, it does. It messes with you, and I was down
You had
hard for.
Omicron, didn't you?
I did. I had the Omicron. I
Yeah.
was
They don't
down
even
for.
test for variants
you know,
anymore.
no, I was down for a good 4 or 5
Yeah.
days, and it was rough. I mean, it was rough, but
And do you have the vaccine?
yeah, I got the
Yeah.
double boosted.
See,
So yeah,
I just have the 2 shots.
yeah. So it's
You
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear the one
I'm
you get now.
vaxxed
It's
and
like a
boosted.
cold, and it's just like okay, and it's fine. But
well, I had a fever, pretty good one,
yeah,
for a couple
you
days.
know what the prescription is? More cowbell.
I got a fever.
And the prescription is more cowbell.
More cowbell, baby.
Yeah. So well, good. Well, I mean, I hope you do feel better, Jay, and get back to it, and you're on the record from that dirty Rona.
The dirty Rona, that bitch.
Yeah, it's just not a good thing. And but I think as somebody said, it is going to be around forever. I think there's going to be some
Yeah.
form or shape of it
Yeah.
for the rest of our life. We're going to have to deal with it. But
Yeah. That and monkeypox, apparently.
Yeah, and chlamydia.
and yeah. The biggest magic trick in the world though is that the flu has disappeared. So, we don't have to worry about that anymore. But
Thank goodness.
and then you guys were talking a little bit about 1 million. It's over like 1 million people. And wasn't it funny that maybe they made that big deal about when Trump was in office that 300 people died and it was amazing, but now some assholes in there and there's over 800,000 that have died and nobody seems to be caring one fucking iota about that. But there he sits in the crown of Anyway, okay. So yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of the dirty Rona, so this past weekend, I decided that my wife had a big company outing, and it involved a large cruise ship, and one of the things you had to do was get the COVID test to go on the cruise ship, which I find ironic because 3,900 people on the boat, and every one of them allegedly no corona, no virus, no
Right.
nothing. Yeah, okay. So they've all passed the test, and they've gone in, and we're all good, and no super spreader there or anything, right? So we all jam in there. But first of all, when we were driving there, Kev, this is what I'm talking about. There's 4 lanes on the highway on the way there. What is the far left lane used for?
Passing.
Exactly right.
It's for
So
passing. It's not for driving.
right. Well, you would think so, but once again, in Florida, there's idiots on the road, but they like to just
Probably from the north.
right. Georgia, a lot of them were Georgia, a lot of them different plates, but not a lot of Florida plates, but they just lollygag in that lane and just cause a lot of backups. And there's people flashing their lights, laying on the horn, doing everything, and they
Yeah.
just don't get the idea that they need to be in the middle lane. And I like to be in that lane because I'm going very fast.
Right,
And
you're passing
yeah,
people.
what do you go consider fast? Like over the speed limit that you think you should go?
I typically drive in between 83 and 85
Oh man, that's okay.
on the
All right.
interstate.
Okay. All
On
right.
the interstate, in between, yeah, 80, 83, 85. If I know it's a high um, cop area, I'll bust it down to under 79.
Oh,
Yeah, but
okay. Well, that's conservative. I mean, yeah, that's that's
yeah, I know you're probably like 90. You're 90 at least.
I'm yeah. I mean, if 90's slow. I mean, so I'm more. I had to keep it under 100. I mean, so I'm in
How's your
there.
driving record?
I haven't had a ticket since I've probably been 10 years, easy.
Do you give the cops blowjobs when they pull you over, or
I don't get pulled over. I have a very good sense of where the police are and where they hide, and a little app that tells me where they are, and
The
yeah,
ways.
the
you
ways.
use Waze?
I do,
I can't stand
and
Waze.
it's very accurate. It saved me quite a few times, and yeah, I just have I have good spidey senses of where the cops are, and it's done pretty good. But yeah, on one of these days,
Well, I think
it's gonna
85 is a
happen.
good speed. I think 85 is a good speed, and I get accused of driving slow. So,
Hmm. I like
you
to
know,
keep up with the flow, but anyway, so we're driving there now.
no, 85 is the flow. It's more than the flow.
Yeah, I'm that guy that's going faster and faster than that. But yeah,
You're
it's
the
okay.
guy I'm getting in front of, and I'm slowing down because he's a jerk off.
That's right. I'm that guy. Yep. Yep. I'm the guy that's
You
all the
know,
way at the end of the merge, last guy getting in there because
dude,
that's
I hate
that's
that
me.
guy.
I'm
That's me.
fucking you up on the side of the
I'm
road if I
that
catch
guy.
you.
I hate that guy.
I'm that guy.
You are that
I
guy.
am that
Uh,
guy. I'm the guy saying I'm pushing it to the
Oh,
very end, and I will either ride the shoulder to get in
Let me
because
tell
I'm
you
that
what,
guy.
I will fucking crash that goddamn car to make sure you don't fucking get in.
Nope. I am that guy.
I'll follow you and wait until you get out and go into
Yeah.
Publix
I hope you do.
or Albertsons or Kroger
Yeah.
or wherever you find
Yeah.
your shot, the Walmart neighborhood market with the fat chick with her yoga pants, and I'll go in there. Wait till you go in there to go get whatever bananas or whatever tree hugging hippie crap that you get, and I'll fucking knife your tires.
Oh, I I invite. I hope you do. I invite that because yeah, I welcome that. Yeah,
He
It's hard
feeds
to do
off
in
that
Florida
energy.
because
I do.
there's a lot of stand your ground laws here.
And I'm also the other guy that if I see somebody doing that, oh, I am so fired up because I'm like, fuck that guy. I can't stand that guy. So I am that guy.
You're the guy.
I am the guy that does
So
it, and I am also the guy that hates
this
the guy that does it.
the signs on the interstate, they say crash 2 miles ahead,
Yep.
left lane blocked,
Yep.
and you're in the left lane, so you're like, maybe I should go over. St. Joe's like, nah.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
fuck all
Nope.
that. Everybody else is going to get over. That means they're out of my way. And then I'll just jab some old lady over here that's playing on it. You can always find a chick in the car
Yep.
playing on her phone
Yep.
that you could just get in, but then you run the risk of her hitting you for not paying
That's
attention.
exactly right.
And now you got to get out and exchange insurance information.
Yep.
And then if it's, it's just all this to do.
That's it's either me causing another accident or her letting me in, and that's it. That's exactly right. Yep. Yep. And then meanwhile, my wife's in there saying, "What? Why you gotta do that? Would you like me to pull over and let you drive right now? No, because that's what's going to happen. Okay, I suggest you sit there.
There are good car accidents to have. There are good car accidents to have, and I used to want to write a book about a road rage serial killer,
Gosh,
and
that's a good book right there. That's funny.
and that the guy just lost it in his car and just started wrecking people. It would like keep plying and putting it in reverse and going forward, putting it in reverse and going forward.
Funny.
Until the dude was dead, and then he'd be, he'd leave, get a new car, go down, somebody else do it for him, and repeat.
Man.
And
that was funny.
but
that was funny. But
yeah.
So anyway, so we go on this cruise, And so my little cup of Joe here that, and you guys have kept, you said you've never been on a cruise.
That is correct.
Jay, have you been on one?
On a cruise?
Yeah. Okay. So Jay, you don't have to have been one on, but you to partake in this. But I'm kind of going to do the do's and don'ts of a cruise from my little adventure here. And first thing that they do, Kev, once they get there, they have this little sail away party, is what it's called, and that's where you go up on the deck, and everybody kind of comes out there and starts drinking, and that's the first thing that I'm going to say that you don't do or partake in that, because you see things there that you don't ever want to see again in your life, such as people in bikinis that they have no business be wearing. Like,
Whatever do you mean?
like
Humor me with the specific.
I'm picture cottage cheese, and
All
then
right.
picture like a 300-pound woman wearing a G-string. Not something
So
you want to
Mrs.
see.
Wallowitz.
Yeah, not something you want to see. And this woman has no shame, and she is on vacation, and she has come to party.
Well,
And
there's two things there. Number one, yeah, you don't need to see that.
yeah,
Number two, well, three things. Number two, damn you for not taking a picture. And number three, good for
I
her. I
mean,
mean, her give a fuck is gone.
true. So yes, you're right. All credit in the world. You don't have good for you. Great. I just don't need to see that. I
But
don't
you
know.
should have taken a picture and put it on Twitter.
Now, vice versa.
Absolutely. Go, look what I picked up on a cruise.
That's right. I mean, we all know the whole philosophy. For every 10 people that you see, there's one that's great. That does apply. So, okay. So there is some validity to be up there and say, okay, look at that. Okay. So now the do part of
Okay.
it being up there is that this is the only chance you're ever going to get to say, yeah, I'll take a pina colada and you'll be fine. Because every other guy there has a fruity drink in his hand and he thinks he looks cool. He thinks he's the coolest guy in the world, saying, I'll take that shitty looking drink in a pineapple, whatever, and say, yep, give me another one. So it's very funny.
Do they serve it in a
They
coconut?
do. They have it in a pineapple. They have it in this thing
Nice.
of a ship. They have it whatever, and everybody buys them, and it's hilarious. So yeah, only
Nice.
time you'll look cool with drinking out of some goofy looking drink. Yeah. The other thing is you should always purchase the drink package, and here's why: because you
Yeah,
get
I've heard that.
15 drinks per person per day, which
That's
that's
it.
it. But there's a limit, and you can only buy them 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, you can get a drink. But you can also do it for your friends. That if they don't buy it, you can buy your friends drinks. And here's the key: if you get the drink package, you get the drink free in the casino. So 15 drinks, no problem, because you're going to be in a casino anyway, drinking free.
Yeah, but doesn't that follow regular casino laws to where if you're gambling, you drink free anyway?
Correct. So 15 drinks outside of the casino, free drinks in the casino.
Oh, I got you.
So
But are you paying for them sooner or later?
yeah, you're paying for them until you buy that package. And their drinks are
Oh, okay.
$8, 10, sometimes $10 a drink. So
What's the package cost?
I think it's like 50 bucks a person per day. But
Huh,
yeah,
that's not bad.
but if you're spending $300 or whatever, you're going to get that anyway. It's worth it.
Right,
It's worth
right.
it.
Gotcha.
And then the large amount of people that are there, they're grazers on the food. So you got to get to the buffet early. If you're going to go to the buffet, get there early because all the good food's gone. All the good food's gone.
How
So,
many
yeah.
days was this cruise? Like 3 days?
It was 3 days. It was fun. It was a little 3-day hopper. The other thing, goes back to you, Jay. We spent a good portion of our time in the casino, which is good. The big do there, know how to play the game. If you're going to play blackjack, know how to play blackjack. Don't sit down at the table and go, what do I do? Just know how to play.
Well, watch for like 15 minutes before you
I
sit down.
mean, we played at a
You know,
table with very good players, made a lot of money. Played at a table with some amateur players, and they didn't know shit, and lost big hands because they hit cards when they should not have. And I'm of the philosophy that you play your cards, I'll play my cards. If you want to do what you want to do, that's fine. But there was a couple times where, you know, I had a couple $100. My wife had a couple, $200-300 in front of her, and this guy hit a card and you know lost big hands because this guy was an idiot. And a dealer would have bust, and we would have. It was, it could have been a big swing, and
Yeah.
yeah. And then the other thing, like you said, tip tip the dealers because that's how they make their money.
yeah.
And we were the only ones tipping them, and then nobody else there. They're losing their $6, and they're getting all pissed off. Oh my god, I lost $6, and tip the dealers. So
I haven't
it's
been
just
gambling in a long time, but I'm going to a casino Sunday in Atlantic City,
mm-hmm,
and I enjoy playing blackjack just because it's quick,
mm-hmm,
somewhat mindless unless you're a total idiot,
mm-hmm,
and it's fun. I like playing roulette. I like playing the table games. I don't play the
mm-hmm,
slots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I play blackjack. I love roulette. I don't know
mm-hmm,
why.
Yeah, me
I
too.
realize that some people will say that um, it. I don't know what game is your best odds anymore. They're all set up for the house, so it doesn't really matter. But
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I I enjoy roulette playing that, and I
So now, when
always
you play roulette, do you pick a number or do you go red black?
I I generally never play red. Um, I play black more than I mean, obviously, but I mean, I usually play the middle of the board. I
Kev's got the clip again.
yeah, no, it's I'm not.
But you're generally betting the color. You're not picking a number.
No, I'm playing straight up colors, and I don't split numbers and stuff. I mean, I'm playing to win that 35-1.
Yeah,
Um, and
Yeah.
odd, even things like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I enjoy that game and
yeah,
blackjack. But the problem is, like you said, if you get on a good table and you're playing with people that understand, like
right.
if depending on what the dealer shows, I actually probably need to refresh my brain before I go. But there is a obviously a little bit of strategy to it.
Sure.
If the dealer's showing whatever and you have less than 30, saw 13, you have to
Right.
hit. I don't
Right.
care what I mean, the rule is you hit.
Right.
And if somebody doesn't because they're like, oh, or they, it's
It's
I don't
just
like playing with
consistency.
when it's
That
left
game's
to
all about.
people.
It's all about consistency, and you do it all there, and it's you just have to know. But
But you have to
my
play for the
wife is
table as well as you play for yourself. You got to team up and play against that dealer.
that's right, and my wife is an extremely good black. She can get the ebbs and flows of the game very very well,
Yeah.
and she's very good at that. But um, it's just the way it is. But yeah, so um, and then the other thing we like to do, which was very fun, and this is where I could have used Keb. They have these little like trivia games throughout the day that just to pass the time while you're out there.
Mhm.
They did the fun ones. They had sports trivia, and it was hilarious because I'm like, oh, Kev would have known every one of these. And then they had one. It was
Yeah.
riddles, and I'm like, oh my
Nice.
god. And it was funny because I sat there and thought, I'm like, oh my god, these are ridiculous. But yeah, you would have loved it. Um, but yeah, so the other thing that you should do is you should not just stay in one spot. Go around the ship, play the fun games that are there because that's what they're there. They're fun. So
Did you get off the
yeah, we
boat?
went to one. We went to a place called Bimini. I've never heard of the place before, but it was a little island and stopped there and uh, went to their beach and resort and everything and stayed there. And it was just one day that we were there and then
Huh.
came back. So
Where did you sail out of?
Canaveral, Port Canaveral.
Nice. Not too
Nah,
long of a
a
drive.
couple hours and when we were there and back. So it was fun.
Yeah. I love
Yeah,
Canaveral.
good little vacation and just enough to you know go spend some money and eat way too much food and get away for a little bit. So it was fun. But yeah, but it's just there's still always some things burned in my mind that I'm like, yeah, I don't need to. see that. The other thing I can tell you that's
Yeah,
interesting to me,
sure.
and I don't know how to say this to be politically correct, so I'll just say it the way that it is.
Yeah,
I
fuck
I
it.
find that the demographic that was there, um, they have to save. I would say they save their money a lot to go on their trip. It's like their once a year trip,
Yeah.
and they bring every child that they have, um, because
Uh,
it just is, and it seems to be like a family reunion, and every cousin and church member and everybody in the world is there on the cruise with them, and it's great, it's fine, but it just seems to me like um, it was a big party, which I guess I mean it's meant to be, but it seemed a little bit out of place at times. Um,
where would you say these people are from?
the south side of the city. I don't know the
I mean, is it like a 12, 12 people, 16 teeth kind of deal?
no. A lot of them were from Georgia. Surprisingly, a lot of them coming out of
Uh,
Jackson, out of Canaveral. A lot of them Georgia, um, but yeah, I, yeah. No, it wasn't missing teeth. It was just big.
not behaving
No,
correctly.
not behaving correctly. Just a different demographic, which I just found very interesting. They would not have. They put it
Nice.
this way. They would not have liked my mathematic joke I told on Father's Day.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, but yeah.
All right.
So cool.
Cool deal. Um, I got a little feedback on Oklahoma corn cob,
Oh,
and I do want to, before I get into my segment here, I do want to thank the fine ladies Amanda and Courtney over at Nefarious Nightmare. They're so gracious to have me on their Patreon episode, and if you want to hear it, you can go and pay their $5, and you can hear us have just a grand old time talking about Florida man things, and being a Florida man myself. And it got me wondering. It's so funny that you bring up trivia and
mm.
history and things of that nature. As you guys know, I'm a history lover. Okay, I want to ask you this question: when you think of the year 1955, what do you think of?
Car.
Fair.
What car? A
No,
DeLorean?
the 55. Yeah, Chevy. I
Chevy?
would say Chevy with the nice fins and the yeah.
Okay. Jade, you think of 1955? What do you think of?
Me? Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't. I don't really. I don't think of 1955, so I don't really have anything for you.
Well, if somebody were to ask me about 1955, first thing out of my mouth would be that's where Marty McFly went to in Back to the
Okay.
Future.
Hmm.
Okay. However, doing a little research, and I do not know how this got by me. It might not have gotten by you. And if you don't like, this is a list of stuff here that is flat fucking gold. Okay. It came out in May of 1955. I don't understand whatever happened to these rules going away, but these, and I'm going to read them in their entirety to see how many females I can piss off out there.
Oh,
These are the duties for being a good wife. Good Housekeeping, May 1955. Wait until you hear this shit.
I've
Number
heard
one.
this. I love it.
Number one, have dinner ready. Plan ahead, even the night before, to have a delicious meal ready on time for his return. This is a way of letting him know that you've been thinking about him and are concerned about his needs. Most men are hungry when they get home, and the prospect of a good meal is part of the warm welcome needed. Number two, Prepare yourself. Take 15 minutes to rest so you'll be refreshed when he arrives. Touch up your makeup. Put a ribbon in your hair and be fresh looking. He has just been with a lot of work weary people. Number 3, be a little gay and a little more interesting for him. His boring day may need a lift, and one of your duties is to provide
Wow.
it. Number 4, clear away the clutter. Make one last trip to the main part of the house just before your husband arrives. Run a dust cloth over the tables. Number 5, during the cooler months of the year, you should prepare and light a fire for him to unwind by. Your husband will feel he has reached a haven of rest and order, and it will give you a lift too. After all, catering to his comfort will provide you with immense personal satisfaction. It gets better. It gets better. Number 6, minimize all noise. At the time of his arrival, eliminate all noise of the washer, dryer, and vacuum. Encourage the children to be quiet. In 2022 terms, that means shut the fuck up. Number 7, be happy to see him. Greet him with a warm smile and show sincerity in your desire to please him. Listen to him. You may have a dozen important things to tell him, but the moment of his arrival is not the time. Let him talk first. Remember, his topics of conversation are more important than yours.
Wow.
Number 8, don't greet him with complaints and problems. Don't complain if he's late for dinner or even if he stays out all night. Count this as minor compared to what he might have gone through at work. Personally, that's my favorite one. Number 9, make him comfortable. Have him lean back in a comfortable chair or lie him down in the bedroom. Have a cool or warm drink ready for him. Arrange his pillow and offer to take off his shoes. Speak in a low, soothing, and pleasant voice. Number 10, don't ask him questions about his actions or question his judgment in any way. Remember, he is the, quote, master of the house, and as such will always exercise his will with fairness and truthfulness. You have no right to question
That's my
him.
favorite.
And the last rule, this is a good one too. The last rule is number 11. A good wife always knows her place.
Oh, that could be my favorite too.
For those of you right now that are trying to type KEBLIVES right now into your Twitter, I did not write that. That comes from the May edition of Good Housekeeping in 1955. However, I fully endorse it, and I want to know where these angels went.
What year was the Game of Life?
Let me ask you a
made?
question. Who wrote that? Was it a male or a female that wrote that article?
You know, I couldn't find that. I was asked that question earlier today, and I couldn't find that.
Because you remember
I'm willing to bet not
I
a
would
woman.
guess that too. But
So,
do you remember the Game of Life?
world famous wife. She abides by all of these suggestions, right?
Who?
The soon to be world famous wife.
Well, let's review. If you're going down the list here, have dinner ready. You know, that's right there, because we like to play this little game in this house when we get home about where did are you seeing this?
It happened to you last week. Last 2 times we were on too.
Okay.
So keep going. What did you say? Down the list.
Okay. Anyhow, so yeah, have dinner ready. We like to play this little game in this house called "What's for Dinner." You know, and it can go on and on and on if you let it. Take 15 minutes to rest so you'll be and get no, yeah, she doesn't follow these. Be a little gay and more that might be more interesting there.
That would be interesting for sure and different.
You know, so clear away the clutter. During the cooler months of the year, you should prepare and light a fire. We have. Do you have a fireplace? Yeah, we have a fireplace that we don't use because it's 3 degrees cooler than the surface of the sun down here.
Well, you don't need it every night. You know, she could have. You know, she could have your cigarettes sitting there ready for you with a lighter and a nice ice cold Dr. Pepper Zero, and a nice glass of your adult beverage of choice.
Right.
I'm betting it doesn't
That
happen.
no.
But I think it'd be hilarious if maybe you could get her to try it for a week.
Well, yeah. You want to know why these rules went away? I'm going to say something here that is going to be very, very, very controversial.
I like that.
Okay. And I don't know if I should say this or not. And this isn't like what I believe, but back in 1955, and I'm good. We're bringing St. Joe back, in here. But the reason that these rules went away, and this is just society in a whole, because what would have happened to these women if they didn't follow these rules back in 1955? What would have happened?
I guess that could be. I mean, yeah.
Burned at the stake.
They could have gotten hit.
Sure.
Back then, it was, and I'm not talking shit. So out there, people think that I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying that back then it was commonplace. Domestic violence wasn't looked at like it is now. It was looked at as mind your own business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm not trying to make light of husbands hitting their wives, but I'm just saying back in the 40s and 50s, it happened. And if you can't look at that, then you're historically incorrect, and you should be burned at the stake, or at least, Keb's corporal punishment.
Right.
Which, to remind everybody, was dick cut off, lit on fire.
Yikes.
Yeah. So,
not good.
Anyhow, that's my.
That was a fun list.
Yeah, I thought so. One of the better ones. How about a stupid tweet of the week? You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Stupid tweet of the week. We have 6 this week, and we're just going to go through them real quick. First one is from Al, and he says, a few years ago, I tested the No Tears baby shampoo claim by rubbing it into my eyes. There were tears, a lot. Imuchi says, when I was a child in church, I thought people said, hey man, instead of amen. Okay. That one's stupid. Another guy says, Yafet G says, I once waited in line at Macy's behind a mannequin for 15 minutes thinking it was a person. Cool. Summer Goth says, just heard a guy at the dog park tell his dog, no, and then more quietly said to him, we talked about this. Olivia says, in 1,000 years, archaeologists will dig up tanning beds and think we fried people as a punishment. That's pretty good. And our last one from Somebody Cuff Me says, my niece asked me one day why I always wear the same tattoos. So I'm willing to bet by your reactions, it's going to be in 1,000 years, archaeologists will dig up tanning beds and think we fried people as punishment.
I like that one.
What do you think, Jay?
We can't hear Jay anymore.
Uh-oh, we lost Jay's audio.
Oh, my bad. I turned off my mic.
There we go. You got to kick on the on part.
You got to turn it on.
The mic.
I forgot I turned it off. But no, I like that one. Definitely the 1,000 years. Because I think that'd be I can't even imagine what these fucking people. I mean, if there is an Earth in 1,000 years, what they're going to think.
Yeah. So stupid tweet of the week brought to you by Stupid History Minute, over 100 episodes. Now streaming wherever you download podcasts. In 1,000 years, archaeologists will dig up tanning beds, thinking and think we fried people as punishment. It's a stupid tweet of the week brought to you by the Stupid History Minute.
Well, I just
what else we got,
everybody
gentlemen?
knows that if you're looking to listen to The Unfiltered podcast, comes out each and every Wednesday, and make sure you you can find it on Spotify, and you can find it on Apple Pods and Google and Anchor FM. I mean, you can find it on all these fine streaming platforms. There's even one called Good Pods. You can find it on there, I think. I don't know if you can find it because it's been hard to find it lately. I went looking for it today and I couldn't even find it anymore. It's the app is definitely different, but I think hopefully you can find it if you look hard enough. It's still there somewhere. Good Pods.
Along
Yeah,
with
a
the
stupid history minute.
minute.
Yeah, that hey.
Has it dropped? Has it dropped below the Geeky Dad?
All of them are below that podcast. That podcast is top 5 mainstay. That's a
It's
real
top
podcast.
5 something.
And it's nice. That's right up there with the Two Penny podcast. Wow, it's next level stuff. But no, I definitely there will be, believe it or not, finally, my buddy Joe who wasn't able to last week for some weird reason, which was good because I got to get the Keb on an episode. And I want to make St. Joe a victim here before long as well. Everybody's got to play their part. But yeah, so this Friday will be a little more of an interview type thing on the Two Penny. And I'm actually looking forward to it because Joe's got a real interesting story. So it'll be everything from growing up with nothing to prison to businesses and motivational speaking and how he's an online influencer now, and it's going to be good.
Oh, dude, do me a favor. Ask him about shoving Velcro in your penis for when you get to the prison part.
Yeah, I'll ask.
That still hurts me.
I did a follow up on that actually. So the Beebs, the Beebs said that they did it and any to get in the infirmatory, so they would do anything to get out of their cell so that they could harm themselves, so they wouldn't have to be in their cell because the hospital was better than being in the cell.
But I'm still fucking throwing
So they
the
would
whole Velcro in the dick thing. I mean, there's so many other things you can do.
But that way they would, yeah. I mean, they would harm themselves to get better, residency areas or whatever. So I understand that part of it, but still, yeah. So I don't know. Just saying.
I don't know. And the Live Golf Tour,
yeah,
is making a stop in New Jersey this weekend. So
yeah, that should be fun. You're going?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to try to make some.
That's cool.
Be fun.
Connections that I have been working on in the background. So, it may be hey, the Two Penny may not exist much longer, but there will be different things that will be bigger and better. So.
Great.
Sure.
Great.
Well, I do want to let everybody know that hopefully next week we'll all be at 100% in full strength, because the week after that we are celebrating an Unfiltered 1-year birthday from the time that Beebs and I got on the air together to now, and the evolution of that. So we will certainly probably have some special guests for you on that episode, and we'll make it a big to-do over there. But that's not next week. That's the week after next week.
Dos semanas.
So in 2 weeks, like 2 Wednesdays. Yes, like 2 Wednesdays. But anyhow, so that's what you got going on the Two Penny this week.
Joe Bugner is going to be on. So looking forward to it.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Say, Joe, you got anything going on?
No, man. Just keep on keeping on.
Yeah. Cool. St. Joe's at St. Joe UNF Pod still. Here that hasn't.
No.
Jay's at the Two Penny. I'm at Keb Lives, and we're all at UNF Pod and UNFpod.com. Go buy some merch. show us what's up. It's not on there for its health.
Yeah.
But we want to thank you guys for listening. Sorry we had to back out last week, but shit happens.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
but for I do want to thank Nefarious Nightmare for having me on one more time. If you want to go listen to that, you got to pay $5 to hear me. That's how important I am. $5. So, but for St. Joe, for Jay, my name is the Cab, and we will catch you guys next week.